Hello and welcome back to New World. So as you know, the InZOI Island Getaway DLC is almost here, and thanks to the team over at InZOI, I was able to play the game early. Yes, 5 hours I got to play with you guys on stream. We played in both the residential area and the resort area as well. Yes, this DLC comes with 2 separate areas in the world of Cahaya, where you're able to do things like snorkeling, fishing, turtle races. You're able to go to do things like spa activities, gardening. There's a lot of things that you're able to do in this brand new DLC. And not only did this DLC come with all of these really cool features and also a new world, we also got a huge base game update that I'm going to talk about with you guys that feature things like UI improvements, relationship improvements, new add-ons and new locations for the world itself, and also some quality of life changes as well. So we're going to talk about all of that in today's video. So if you like the content that I put out, make sure that like, comment, and subscribe button down below, as we have a ton of InZOI content releasing for you guys. I'm not going to waste any of you guys' time. Let's go ahead and hop into this brand new InZOI experience. So to start off, let's go ahead and go into the main menu. That's one of the first menus that you see in the game, of course. And one of the first things that you go, if you go over to the options menu, DLSS4 is implemented into this game. And basically what that is it uses an upscaler to make your game run a lot faster and at cases look better. I am on an RTX 5090, basically a spaceship PC, because I want to give you guys 4K maxed out gameplay. And as you can see, I can use DLAA with multi-frame generation, and the game looks absolutely phenomenal. They did a really good job. You can tell they also increase and enhance some things with the lighting as well, so the game just looks great. Now if you also go over to the menu, you can go in and now you can skip the intro. There's no more mods for this. We can just go ahead and skip the intro at a skip of a beat by just going over to the settings and turning those off. I just want to showcase those quick main menu items because we're going to try to go over everything that this game has to offer. Going in and starting a brand new game, as you all can see, we have a ton of very good looking, high quality Creator ZOI items that came with this DLC. Not only did we get that, we did get a couple of brand new hairstyles as well that came with the base game update. So you guys are able to see some of these extremely high quality, like very good attention to detail hairstyles that we have in the game. Now, as you guys know, when I first reviewed this, I was very adamant on adding more black hairstyles in the game. And as you can see, they have some very good box braids. They have different swatches for those as well. We also got a fro, Bantu knots, and we also have dreads as well in this game, and the quality does speak for itself. Now, one of the things that I mentioned back in my previous video when I first reviewed the game when it came out is the fact that we did not have a lot of black hairstyles in the game, and the dev did reach out to me directly to get some more recommendations and also go through the creation process when it comes to creating these hairs. And they did address that it takes a very long time, and they want to make sure that they do the best that they can as far as details and making it as accurate as possible. And as you can see, it looks very, very good. And they also are trying to look at some different ways to try to implement these a lot faster. But with these hairs and how detailed they are, if we can get a couple of these every few updates, when the game fully officially comes out, we'll have a good selection to choose from. So they did an amazing job with the hairstyles. They also have some more straight hairstyles as well, so you guys are able to really create and have a little bit more options, have a little bit more fun with creating your ZOIs as far as hairstyles is concerned. Now we also have a ton of sets and tops and shorts and pants that we're able to use to really give our ZOIs that vacation or Cahaya like experience. So now you're able to just go in and really create and have a little bit of fun. We have some very good looking outfits that we have, and also some very good presets to start you guys out to be able to kind of get on theme and know what you want. Now, one thing that I will say that I really want to be added into this, I'm going to go over some things that I like and some things that I dislike throughout this, is the ability to, when we save our ZOIs, that we're able to keep all of our outfits. I really want to be able to do that, because having to save every single outfit in order to like move saves or do whatever and keep those ZOIs is very time consuming, but hopefully they get that implemented in. But overall, when it comes to Creator ZOI, it is very good, high quality. The attention to detail is very, very good. The necklaces look great, the clothes look great, the hairs look great. Just the details in general when it comes to Creator ZOI and having that vacation like experience or that Cahaya like experience. I believe it is inspired by a lot of Indonesian culture, so you can tell that it is really going into that. And when we go into the world, we'll really showcase how beautiful and how true to life that it does feel. But overall, Creator ZOI is it's really good. I really do want some added in improvements with that as far as just saving and things like that, but just from the cast items alone, they look very good. They look great. And of course, you can go in, make your own swatches and customize the colors that you want. Every outfit that comes with InZOI, you're able to go in and tweak and get that exact look that you want, that I think is really cool. And Creator ZOI is really good. All right, so for this part of the video, we have to go in game because there's way too much stuff to talk about. So as you can see, we have Doan here, we have Cahaya, the brand new DLC. It is finally unlocked, and it does read Cahaya is a city in a parallel universe, invokes the charm of a beautiful Southeast Asian holiday destination, renowned for its crystal clear waters, vibrant coral reefs, and rich marine life. It is a haven for snorkelers and divers interacting with the cats that can be found on the island. Is one of Cahaya's indispensable charms. Discover fresh inspiration on this tranquil island, a sanctuary of natural beauty. Now, before we go into this world, we have to go over to Bliss Bay because I want to showcase to you guys how to actually get in the game, and also showcase a little bit of the newer things that are in it as well. So we can go ahead and go to select city, and as you can see, the city of Bliss Bay does look completely different. Now in this update, they added in more markers in the game so you guys can see more of the stuff that is here. Now we also have a ton of brand new locations, such as the Neon Nights Club, the cinema, an arcade, and also we have the fortune teller over here. If I can go over and hover over it, we also have the normal things like the hotel, Elegance Hotel, and the club. And also, if you go back here, we also now have the Oro restaurant. This is here, that is also new, added in with the update as well. Also have things like vendors back here as well. So we have a ton of stuff that is added into this game as far as new locations to explore inside of Bliss Bay. There's also new locations in Doan as well. Now if we go over and we want to move into any part of the house, this is also new that came with this update, is the fact that you're now able to click. Let's say you want to move in here, you can click play, and you can now receive a move-in assistance loan that accumulates daily interest. But you can go ahead and click that and you'll be able to move in to any spot in the game now. So now you're able to move in anywhere in the game without having to stress. And of course, if you're moving into these big houses, you have big money, you know what I mean? So you can go ahead and cheat that up if you want to. But let's go ahead and go this small little area here so we can go ahead and showcase to you guys what's all in the game as far as updates. So of course, you will get introduced into this menu. Now if you know that this is the site cat, you can go ahead and ask for advice and see all of the new stuff here in the game, like just a whole bunch of UI layouts and new features and everything like that. I'm going to enable cheats really quick so we can go ahead and get that Cahaya experience. But as you can see, these are the two ZOIs that I use in the live, but we'll be going back and forth between saves to showcase some more of the features. And as you can see, there is a brand new UI with this game. Now what they wanted to do is they wanted to go in and completely overhaul the way that ZOIs display emotion in the game, because now it's completely different. We'll go over to a full family and showcase this a lot more in a second. So first off, if you want to go over to the ZOI card, preferences are not automatically selected anymore. So now you can now go in and select these manually instead of it randomly selecting. You can go ahead and select these. All you do is press the heart button and it will go ahead and just go ahead and select what your ZOI likes, and it will also add in some more things to do as far as interactions with your ZOIs if they like and dislike something. We also have things like ambitions, goals, skills, and things like that. If you want, I have a whole video about this update with the cheats that you're able to go in and manually increase these as well to go ahead and give your ZOI a little bit more personality, because you unlock more interactions. But as you can see, the game also looks a lot better. The world has a lot more things added on to it, and a very cool feature that I want to go ahead and showcase to you guys now is I just plugged in my controller, and InZOI now has controller support. Now it is in beta, but if I go ahead and press the start button right here, I can now use the controller in the game. So now you can use the controller in the game and actually go in and interact with ZOIs and have conversations and do things like that. It feels a lot smoother than I thought. We can go ahead and let's just joke around really quick. These are two of my ZOIs, and I was supposed to set them as married, but I wanted to go ahead and showcase this with you all. But as you can see, the ZOIs, they also overhauled and did some new improvements as far as how ZOIs do interact with each other as well. So now ZOIs don't do all those like insanely evil, mean interactions. So that's one of the things I got updated, but I'm going to go in the whole relationship thing a little bit further in this video. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this action real quick, and let's go ahead. I'm going to go back to my mouse and my keyboard really quick. I just want to showcase to you all that it does work. Now, if we open up the phone, they did add in some newer things. I'm going to turn off autonomy really quick for both of them so they don't talk in the middle of me doing this. So if we go over to the phone, let me go ahead and add money real quick. So I'm going to give them $1 million really quick. Now, if we go over to the phone and we go over to Dream Car, we do have some new cars in the game as well. We also have scooters and bikes and motorcycles. We're going to talk about that over in the Cahaya section. But as of right now, we do have some newer vehicles as well. We have the Staria Lounge, the Ioniq 9, and the all new Nexo. And as you can see, I really do like the Staria Lounge. So I did use this in the video, but as you can see, it does not just pop up in your thing anymore. You have to click your ZOI and go over to mount and ride mount, and now you're able to go in and press the button. You'll pull out the car, and then here goes the car. As you can see, it looks like a little school bus that we got right now. Like a yellow school bus. But as you can see though, we do have different cars. Now, a very cool thing is you're able to buy cars separately for your ZOIs. Now, a lot of people I don't think know about this feature, but if you go over to Dream Car and you click buy, you can now own your own mount. So I want her to own this one. We can click buy, purchase, and then she could ride her own separate mount here. So if we go over, ZOIs can now have different cars in the game as well. So now she has her own car that she can drive. And yeah, this is a feature that people have been asking for. There are also tons of different cars and stuff that we're going to showcase in the Cahaya section of the video. But as you can see, these are two brand new cars. You can go first and third person, and one thing that I can say is the interiors always look really good in this game. They look great, they feel great. Driving still feels, you know what I'm saying, it still feels interesting, but it's driving to me. I didn't have a big problem driving in this game. I know some people have a hard time driving, which is hilarious, but at the same time though, you're now able to get multiple cars in the game as well. Now let's go over to the fun part that we all were waiting for, and it's how do you actually go into Cahaya? How do you actually get there? So you can open up your phone. You can also go by computer as well. We also do have a lot more things on the phone. We have the adoption, we have budgets. You can see how much your ZOI has spent and how much they've gained. You can also see you can get a loan right now if you want to get a loan. Emergency funds, suddenly need money, faster than friends, more reliable than support. And then also we have this insurance as well. You can also buy death insurance, natural disaster insurance, and property insurance. So InZOI does have natural disasters in the game now. And if we go over, we'll go back. How do you actually go to Cahaya? Now, if you go ahead and select city travel, leaving behind familiarity, heading towards something new. And if you go to next, it'll tell you, and it gives you each of these different descriptions about what happens if you do transfer, how do relationships play on if you go to another city, X, Y, and Z. And you can also see more of this information as well. But as we go over, you can prepare for travel. Now, this is not only for going to Cahaya. You can also go to Doan as well and live your life in Doan, and you can go to Cahaya. Now, if we go ahead and select this, we can go over and we can confirm and check off. You have confirmed which family is going on a trip. It has these basically checklists that you have to go ahead and confirm that you're able to move over there. And we can go ahead and set off for this trip, and it will go ahead and improve you, and it will go in and you will have like a really cool cutscene going from Bliss Bay to Doan. It has this really cool plane cutscene that you have, and then you go over and the game loads, of course. And just like that, you are placed in the world. Now, they're going to put you into residential lots because you're moving here. You're not necessarily setting up a family vacation, and that is a different way to do that. There's a different mechanic to do that as well that we will be talking about. But as you can see, this is the how you move worlds. So now you can move worlds in this game. Now, another way to travel to Cahaya, I have their house. Now, this is the house that I have set up for them just for some lore purposes before they move here. But if you go over to the computer, you can go ahead and click learn how to travel to another city. So if we go over here, it'll be the same menu. You go over and you just click next, and it'll be prepare for travel. You can prepare for travel to go here. And then the last way that you can go over to travel to a different location, if you go over to map, you can go to this airport bus stop. We're going to travel by mount really quick so we can go ahead and see that as well. I really do like this house. This is a really good looking house by I Got 511. It just makes a lot of sense. It's very Cahayan, very like we're going and we're moving to her hometown. That's how I had it set up, but they are Bliss Bay natives. So I just think it looks very cool. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful touch. It feels very tropical. I really do like this place. And also, as we're walking, you can see that InZOI also implemented a brand new camera angle as well. So we have a kind of like different camera angle, kind of like a side view camera angle. It's new. Like I said, I've been playing this game for almost 300 hours. Every little feature I could tell is brand new. So if you go to the airport shuttle, you go ahead and click, and you can click travel to another city, and it'll pop up. And as you can see, it'll have that same menu. So those are the 3 ways that you're able to travel to Cahaya. Now we're going to go over to the Cahaya section so I can show you guys how to do the resort gameplay, how to go into the resort that you want to go in. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is the beautiful world of Cahaya. As you can see, now it is 8 o'clock in the morning, so the city is not going to be as populated, but the more that you go forward in the game and as time progresses, the more Zoids that will pop up and appear. Now if we go over and I open up my phone, you have things like electric scooters, bikes, you have motorcycles. I'm going to have her use this electric scooter. I'm going to get this in white, and as you can see, if we simply go over and we plus ride mount, you can ride these mounts and you can ride around and have fun in the game and really just enjoy Cahaya for what it is. Go over to the park, go over to the beach, and as you can see, it is a beautiful area here. Like, this game looks absolutely phenomenal, y'all. Like, Cahaya is a very beautiful place. Make sure you watch the streams so you can really see the experience that I had with it, because it was very fun. Now going over to the motorcycle as well, you can also, if I go ahead and launch my motorcycle, you can also have 2 Zoids ride at the motorcycle at the same time. So if I go over really quick and I want her to get on the motorcycle, all I have to do is go to her, click the bike, get in, and ride in the back. And as you can see, now she's riding behind us, and we can go over and explore Cahaya together. So if we go over to them, as you can see, we're riding around, having a good time. Now, one thing about this game is the pop-in issue. I really want this pop-in issue fixed, y'all. Please, we need to get this pop-in issue fixed, y'all, because you can literally be looking right here and you drive around and the Zoids will just pop up again. But as you can see, just exploring Cahaya a little bit more, y'all can see we have central markets and things like that. If I go over and I go press my map, you can see how much stuff is here in the game. We have delivery stores, we have restaurants, we have fishing spots, water taxis, docks. We're going to go over and talk about all of the vacation-y stuff like swimming and things like that in a minute. But as you can see, it's just all of this stuff here in the game. Now, a beautiful thing that I did also see, people wanted lore in this game. They wanted lore. And if you go over to all families and you click, these families do have lore to them. A lot of them do have descriptions. You can kind of learn about them and learn about their stories and learn about who they are. Just about all of these Zoids have some form of lore to them. And also, if you want these Zoids to be in the city, just walking around, you can go ahead and click enable, and they will just go ahead and spawn in the city. Now you can have a whole bunch of Zoids walking around from this menu, and also Zoids that you import from the canvas that you just want to be around in here. That is how you do that as well. All right, so we are with my big 8 Zoi household that I had on stream, and as you can see, she's already in her robe. She just got a massage. We're at the souvenir shop right now. But how do you even get into the whole resort area? I believe if I go to Kenny, is already at the resort area, and as you can see, we're at this really big house. Now the way that I figured out how to do this is if you go over to map, you can go and select the place that you want. And if you want to have multiple Zoids move in, this is just something that I figured out. You can dismiss them, select a family, and select your family here. So you can dismiss yourself from your household, and then they'll be here. They'll be like in this menu right here, and you can click them and you can just move them in. Very simple and very easy to put them in here. Now, there's also another way to book a resort. And if you go over to the lobby, you can go over here and you can click this resort self check-in, and you can choose different areas that you want and also different nights as well. And there are very beautiful looking resorts and beautiful looking villas. Now, I still have not figured out how to bring your guests to your villa. Now, I could be doing something completely wrong, but other people are having that issue as well. So hopefully they get that fixed and added into the game, because having your guests be able to stay there, I think it should be a lot easier than having to move them out of this household and place them into another one. I could be doing this system completely wrong, but as I know for right now, in order to change your Zoi, you can move them into like one of these areas here. You evict them, and then I'll go ahead and test it out for you guys. So if we go here with the hand family, we'll move them in, and I want to put them in a resort. You can go ahead and head to the lobby if you want, but I just found it a lot easier if I just go to map. We're gonna go hop over to a different family really quick. I'll go to map, I'll just click this dismiss, and then I'll select the area that I want them to go to. So like these can be booked, but then if, let's say I want them to go to one of these, let's go to this one right here. This is the same one. We go select family, we go hand. We're going to receive an assistant loan, so you can just hop in there and click play. Now these are very expensive, by the way. And as you can see now, you and your guests are in this resort. So if you want to go to some of these certain resorts, you can go ahead and do that as well. And it's kind of an interesting way. Like I said, I could be doing it wrong, but this is just how I figured out how to do it, how to move my huge 8 household Zoi family in there. And speaking of my huge 8 Zoi household, they have money. They have money. They got some lore. Is he flirting with somebody else? This is crazy. This is crazy. If I did this on stream, people would trip out. Let's go over and talk about one of the most important and fun things about this update, which added in the ability to drive boats in this game. So I'm gonna go over real quick. I'm gonna change my time of day because I want it to be this hour right now. I love how beautiful the golden hour looks. So what I want to do is you want to go over and head to map, and if you go over to map, you can go to the resort harbor. Now I'm going to call over his brother and his girlfriend. We're going to both go here so you guys can see multiple people be able to go at once. And as you can see, as we're waiting, this is the absolute beautiful world of Cahaya here. It is like absolutely beautiful, y'all. Like this game, this DLC did a very good job as far as creating a very beautiful looking environment. The Zois look like they stay here. They look very Southeast Asian. I love just like look at this, y'all. You got people ordering drinks over here. Like I said, I do wish they have the ability to get some wine, but we can't get no wine. We just gotta drink coffee. We really do need that. It is a vacation. We need Zois to be able to have their fun and be able to drink a little bit. This is his brother and this is his girlfriend here. But let's walk over here really quick because I want to show you guys the ability to be able to use boats in this game. Now somebody did park their boat right here. I believe this is our boat. No, we can't select it. So let's go ahead and select this, and you can rent a ship. And renting a ship, you have different things to choose from. So you have an old jet, a trawler, a skiff, a jet boat, a hydro jet, and a catamaran. Now I want to get I really do like the skiff, but I want to have more seats. So I want to do the catamaran. Let's do this huge boat right here. This is this huge boat over on the dock. Now, if you go over here and I select both of them, if we head over here, as you can see, the pop-in issue really does need to get fixed. I'm gonna have her sit here, so get in, go on board, and she'll sit down here. Then I'll have the brother do the same thing. We'll go head over here and we'll have him sit right across from her. If we go over, we'll get in. Now we're able to drive the boat. Yes, you can now drive the boat. I'm controlling this boat. This is not an animation, or it's not rendered where you just get like a boat cinematic or nothing. You can control and drive this boat. I'm hitting donuts right now in the boat, as you can see. So you can most definitely control this boat. Now, a very cool thing to showcase with this as well is the ability to snorkel. So I'm going to go over to an area that I see looks really fun as far as snorkeling. You can look under the water and you can kind of somewhat tell where it can you can snorkel at, because it'll have like the little coral reefs and stuff at the bottom that you can see. So like right here is a perfect example. You can see it at the bottom right here. Now the brother does have a scuba diving kit. Now you can go over and buy those kits over on the market. I believe if you go over to Ocean Gate, you can go ahead and buy those scuba diving kits for your Zoids. You have beginner, intermediate, and I believe it's like a diving set as well. But I'm going to disembark with him really quick, and as you can see, he has his book bag on right now, and you can go and practice snorkeling. But we're going to do beginner snorkeling so you guys can see what snorkeling looks like in the game. And as you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. You're able to see things like different fish and different things in the game. And also, one thing about this though is it does have an energy meter, and if your Zoi does not have a high enough swimming skill, you are going to lose energy. I want to try this one more time. I want to try to swim over here. As you can see, you can manually swim as well, but you cannot manually scuba dive. That is something that is going to be added in a future update. I'm gonna go snorkeling with equipment. As you see, he puts on the snorkeling equipment. You see the fish down here, you see all of the other fish on here, and it is absolutely beautiful. This is a very cool, fun thing that you can do in this game as far as snorkeling as well. It is beautiful. Like, snorkeling in this game is just like a very cool added on feature. Like I said, the one word I would give about this update is very impressive. There's a lot of stuff that they added in with this that I did not expect them to add. I went in with my expectations, I'm not gonna lie, they was in check a little bit, but I'm glad that I am able to showcase this with you all because it is absolutely beautiful. Now we have things like slides and things to be able to do. We can go ahead and get back in and go back on board. Now there also is shark infested waters, and some people have misconceptions about sharks. You can get killed by sharks in this game. Like, that is actually a thing that can happen. There are streams where people have actually gotten killed by sharks in this game. As you can see the shark fin right there going over, and if you go right over here, you can see that these sharks are right here. Those are the great white sharks. As you can see, those boys is dangerous. As you can see, you can swim in this game. You can also go over and be in the boats in this. You can really enjoy the world of Cahaya on the water. Now, another water activity that you can do in this game is actually go fishing. So I have Pascal and his wife Sade here. They're doing their normal daily routine when it comes for fish, and you can go fish 5 times in a row, fish for flatfish, fish with bait 5 for 5 consecutive times. Let's do this one. Now, he does have level 10 fishing skill as well. As you can see, I maxed it out, and as you can see, we are fishing in the evening. And it is you can see the plane flying in the background. You see the seagulls. One thing that I can say that I'm very proud of InZOI for doing is not going away from things that make games feel alive, and that's by layering. I love when games layer. It makes the game great. As you can see, he's falling even though he has level 10 fishing skill, which I do not know why. But as you can see, it's a good way to showcase also things that go with the moodlets. And as you can see, the moodlets now have stacking. Now they have stacking. So as you can see, we have Freshly Clean Clothes and also Eloquence Awaken. We also have Feeling Tranquil. We have Soothing Center Grass on top of 11 Family. So these things stack among each other to give you that overall feeling of him feeling confident. And as you can see, this is what's going on right now. He collected a new fish, a cobia, and this is just an absolute beautiful way to just go ahead and enhance that vacation resort experience as well. I'm going to go ahead and go back over to the mom because I also want to showcase to you guys some more vacation features that you can do as well. Now, as you can see, the mom is in her robe right now. She is completely enjoying her life right now in Cahaya. And this family that I set up for them, they go out, they have their fun all the time when it comes to traveling and this and that. But there's things that you can do, like going to a massage. So we're going to go ahead and get a full body aromatherapy massage really quick. Not only can you get this massage, you can get a foot massage as well. You have the workers back here. You just got to wait for the workers to come. She'll come over, and as you can see, if we pan over here, she is actually getting a massage right now. You can hear the ambiance as well. And as you can see, she's getting her massage. And it's very quick. I do wish these animations were just a tad bit longer though. You can get small things like getting a massage here. Just congratulating her. That was a good one. She's feeling good. Now she's feeling joyful. As you can see, the relationship, the emotions do stack. I call them moodlets. Moodlets emotions, satisfactory living expenses meeting, melt into the sin, a crazy sofa. These things do stack up to give your Zoi even more things. Now, if we go over here, they also have a very cool thing that I like in this. And if we go over in here, I press page up, as you can see. Here goes her husband as well. He's having a good time. And as you can see, they have food. Welcome food that you're able to grab here. Let's get a chicken breast salad really quick. Let's eat the welcome snack. We also have oysters as well. You can go ahead and pull these over here and grab these. So we have the spa. I'm gonna go ahead and pan up so you guys can see everything that we have over here. So you have like the welcome area here for guests to get their food and stuff like that. You have the spa area where you're able to get a massage, go in the sauna, get a foot massage as well. Also take a is this a bath? You can just take a nice little calm bath here, which is really, really cool. And as you can see, like, this is just very, very cool. And they added in so much stuff. You also have turtle racing as well. Now you need a coin to be at this turtle kiosk, and I do want to try this out with you all so you guys can see this. Now this game does have a coin system. In order for you to go in and use some of these things, you have to go and buy resort coins. Now I did already buy some. They are on the expensive side. 50 resort coins is $1,000 in this game, so you got to really make sure that you spending your money and doing it the right way. So if we go over here, I'm gonna have her go over here because I do want to showcase the turtle racing really quick and buy some resort coins here. We're gonna buy 50 resort coins really quick, then we go over and then we can go ahead and choose the turtle that we want. So I want to choose Rocky for him so he can get Rocky. We're going to bet, let's bet 50. Let's bet 50 on Rocky. You can see, we'll go over, we'll have them go, and now you can see the turtles race each other, and hopefully, oh, did we lose? What is going on here? You can also do things like watch it together. Unfortunately, the turtle you selected did not win the race. Try your luck next time, which is this is hilarious. But as you can see, it's just so much stuff that you're able to do in this game as far as resort gameplay and really having a really good time. You see she's clapping, happy about whoever won. I guess he bet on something else as well. So they'll come over and they'll do those things autonomously. As you can see though, this is Cahaya. This is the things that you're able to do. Go ahead and check out those streams as well so you guys can see everything that I was able to showcase and have fun with. Now also there's a ton of build mode items and stuff that you're able to use and explore and have a good time with. But that was my Cahaya experience. It was extremely fun to play with, I'm gonna be honest. Now the game, like I said, does have its bugs. I'm addressing those as I see them. Everybody's bugs is going to be a lot different than mine, so just make sure that you're being vocal and let them know what's going on, whether that's on Reddit, whether that's on Discord. Let them know, hey, this is broken, this needs to get fixed. Even if you don't like the update or the DLC, please let them know so they can get these things fixed, because the more opinions that we have, the better that this game can be, because somebody's experience might be way better than the others. And so I want to really make sure people can have as much fun as I did in this. This was a very, very fun expansion to play, and I really, really enjoyed my time in Cahaya. And we have a lot more videos coming out with this as well. But this is just the beauty of the game. Go out, meet some Zois, have some fun, enjoy the experience. There's also funny things like running over and more things like being able to get arrested quicker for running Zois over. And also in Cahaya, they also have careers as well that you're able to choose from. I know K-June mentioned that there's not any careers, but there are careers in Cahaya that you're able to choose from if you want to. There's also more places, like if we go over, we have places like the Supaline, we have the souvenir shops, we have more locations for you guys to be able to experience, to go ahead and give you guys that experience of Cahaya. I want to say thank you all for watching this video. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to my personal thoughts of this expansion. Now let's go ahead and go on to just my closing and final conclusions. Now, InZOI Island Getaway, the Cahaya update, the update that added in so much stuff as far as base game, from relationship improvements, UI, boats, motorcycles, swimming, pools, a whole new locations, clubs, gyms. We got a whole bunch of stuff in this update, and overall the big word that I can say about this update, it is just impressive, right? You can tell everything that the community has been saying, and I believe the 5 months that we've been playing this game, this early access version of this game, there has been a lot of focus on what we want added in. There was a big issue with the same-sex relationships that got addressed and got fixed. There was a big issue when it came to making Zois feel a little bit more alive. That was fixed. Like, the game is basically pretty much overhauled. I would say if you're trying to get into InZOI for the first time and experience that early accessness to still be able to put put your input in. I think this might be the best time to do so, to go ahead and grab it and experience it and test it, because we got like things like being able to travel cities and be able to like really have those relationships build out and having those dynamic and relationship stacking and things like that. Like that is something that I really wish was incorporated in the beginning, but of course early access is a big word before purchasing this game. So you're going in and you're basically experiencing the game, start building its life and start building it to completion. And right now, based off of, I've played this game since last year of August. I've been playing this game for well over, or close to 300 hours. And I would say this version is the best version to just hop in and try. Not overselling, not overhyping. I went into this update speculating a lot because, you know, you do see the noise, you do see the player counts, you do see people's opinions, and I take all of that into account because I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be a shill. I'm not going to go over and act like I'm just putting on rose-colored glasses and just ignoring all the negativity. People are very valid in what they say, and that's the big thing that Kjun, the developer, wanted to address, is that like he doesn't want hyping up and overexcitement. He wants people to experience it and critique so they can improve. Like overhyping the game in an early access state is very dangerous, but I'm glad that we're able to at least get into this point of the cycle where I genuinely do feel heard. Like small stuff, like I asked them months ago, like, hey, we need a way to just click a button and turn on all shadow lights. And they added it in right at the top. Now, like I said, that seemed like it came from me. I don't know, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it came from, maybe it didn't, but I feel extremely heard. And I've seen people in the comments as well do say that as well, like, yo, it seems like they added in exactly what I wanted added in the game. Going into this game and critiquing it in a way where even if you don't like it and you address that what you don't like, it can potentially get fixed, versus just saying, oh, this game sucks, oh no, forget it. And like I said though, like everybody does not have to play this. Like if you don't like it, that is perfectly fine. Like there's nothing wrong with somebody not liking the game. That is normal. Like that is their experience. Some people have different experiences. And for the people that do play the game, this update is very, very good. The attention to detail when it comes to Cahaya, the attention to detail when it comes to fixing the worlds, and the attention to detail when it comes to listening to the community. They continue to put their resources in listening to the community and adding in what we want. We'll get the game that we want, versus, you know, them adding in things that can just get them a quick bug, like more ads and things like that. We know some games that have been doing that, adding in things like just more things to showcase other brands and things like that. But it seems like they're going in with this update with us in mind, and they need to continue to do that. That is something that should be basic when it comes to game development and gaming in general, but it seems like a lot of game devs probably lost the memo and, you know, are pretty much stuck at times when it comes to not making the game that they want, but making the game that makes the most profit. That is something that I can understand why people get very speculative about InZOI, an early access game that released in early access, and people just are looking sideways at it like, what is this? But this is a perfect example of the path of life that InZOI seems to be taking. More on the community side, more on the financial side, as far as releasing the early access version at $40 and you get a free DLC with this. This DLC does not cost any extra money. It's the $40 early access game, and then you get everything added on to it for free until release. That is just a good way to go ahead and lock in. I know people said, why are they releasing a DLC? But they released a huge update with this as well. So we can't really run with that narrative because there is a big update in this too. So the game feels really, really good. It's a lot more snappier. It feels great. The Zoids have a lot more personality. It's starting to become what we want. And also a big thing that I want to emphasize is we got this update. This is not the last update. We still have months and months and months of community building when it comes to mods, when it comes to updates and things, or added in features or more creative Zoi items. We have more months of them adding on to this, and it could get better, and I want it to get better. I don't want it to go backwards, but like I said, I'll be the first one to let y'all know how I feel if it does go backwards. But as of right now though, it is going on a pace that is more for us, and I like that. I think that they should continue to focus on the community, continue to focus on us, and we'll get the game that we want if we continue to be vocal, continue to be honest, continue to you know, be a little strict. Be like, hey, like this should be fixed. We need this added in because we'll get the game that we want. So I appreciate y'all for watching this video. I wanted to give this segment because I see a lot of the noise. I get put in videos as well. So it's just a good thing to just go ahead and at least advocate for the betterment of the game and hope for the better. And even if it doesn't get better, like I said, I'll be the first to address it, and then they'll have to answer those questions if it does. But also if it gets better, they get nothing but praise from the community, because that's what we want as a community, as gamers. It's for a really good game, you know what I'm saying? And if it releases in early access, let's give them the grace to make the game better, because if it doesn't, I'll be the first one to let y'all know. But I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe button down below if you want to see more content from me. And we got a lot of stuff to do with enZOI. We got a lot of content to have. We got a lot of fun, a lot of things to experience. It's so much stuff that was added into this that I'm not even halfway done with it, but I needed to get this out to you guys because we played it on stream. Y'all, I got to form y'all opinions. And yeah, I really want to say I appreciate y'all. New World out.